The Parliamentary Inquiry into the fitness of Public Protector Advocate Busisiwe Mkhwebane to hold office continues today. This comes after the Constitutional Court's decision yesterday to dismiss the suspended Public Protector's application for the Constitutional Court to reconsider its earlier decision, which found that the inclusion of a judge in an independent panel of experts did not breach the separation of powers amongst the executive, judiciary and Parliament. SABC News reporter Bulelani Phillip has been covering this story and joining us now live. A very good morning to you, Bulelani. No doubt yesterday's outcome has had some sort of impacts. Are those visible?
Well, there is different reactions to this Constitutional Court judgment, because on one hand, Parliament, which is actually overseeing this process, has actually welcomed the judgment to say that the Public Protector had actually abused the court process, given that the Constitutional Court had already ruled on this matter in February, and she took it on a rescission, and then that too was also dismissed in May. But the Public Protector then took the decision that given that there was one Cape Town attorney, one Mr. Ismail, who had actually said that he actually knew that a rescission application would be dismissed. Advocate Mkhwebane then took decision with that and then reapplied to the Constitutional Court for it to reconsider that rescission dismissal. But again, yesterday she suffered a second blow, the Constitutional Court then dismissing that reconsideration application. She does feel that it was unfair as well, particularly on the issue of the personal cost order that has been given against her. She's saying that she sees that as an abuse of women, particularly during Women's Month, and she also said she can't afford that amount of money. But then again, she's saying that in its judgment, the Constitutional Court actually did not give reasons as to why the reconsideration application was dismissed, and she felt that had they given thought to the application and given reasons, that could have developed the legal jurisprudence. But of course, she's welcoming it because it's a last resort. But then again, that gives now the parliamentary process the green light, and there will be no other legal challenges going forward. Desiree?
What can we expect to happen today?
Well, today it's going to be a continuation of cross-examination of one of the witnesses who is a senior executive manager in the office of the Public Protector, Ms. Mkhwebane. She has actually been testifying yesterday about the unhealthy working relations in that office, as well as the victimization of staff. She's also giving her own personal account as to why she feels that there was a little bit of harassment and victimization on the watch of the Public Protector, giving an example that at one stage she had a family bereavement, but whilst the Public Protector had actually sent her condolences and sympathies, but the following day she received an SMS that says that she had to submit certain reports because there was a media briefing that was scheduled, and part of her work was to actually submit those reports. So she felt that the Public Protector at the time did not show any sympathy towards her staff. She also cited another example of an investigator who had actually suffered a stroke but was then taken through a disciplinary process, and during that process he was still recovering and was not adequately prepared to actually put up a defense. So today Ms. Mkhwebane is going to be under cross-examination by Advocate Mkhwebane's legal team, Advocate Phillip. Desiree?
I'm going to ask you my standard question. Are we any wiser by now as to when the defense witnesses will be taking the stand?
Well, we still have not had an indication when the legal team of the Public Protector is due to call its witnesses. But again, I would assume that the evidence leaders of the committee will first have to finish their 24 witnesses that they are due to call up. At the moment, we are sitting at about 12 people that have already been called. So after that, I think it would be the prerogative then of the legal team of the Public Protector on who they will call. We don't know yet how many people will be called and who those people are at this stage. Desiree?
Bulelani, thank you so much for setting the scene for us.